On the mic today, I have Hassan Kilde Bajwa. I hope I pronounced that correctly, sir.
Close
Social
enough,
media
man. Close enough.
influencer. Wanted to get that spot on. Social activist, and in his own words, I think Desi feminist dad. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us on the podcast. It's an absolute pleasure to talk to you. I've been watching your videos and following your content online, and needless to say, मैं आपका काफ़ी बड़ा fan हूँ, and I think we need more people like you here. To everyone watching and listening, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and do share your thoughts in the comments below, especially if they are nice thoughts. There are a lot of people जो वो गुस्सा फैलाने आ जाते हैं लेकिन अच्छी वाली बातें भी कर लें.
ठीक है, उसका भी
Yeah,
अपना
but
मजा है यार।
हाँ, that's
वो
true,
फिर
that's
एक
true.
जैसे कहते हैं ना, लॉरी जुगत मारने का मौका मौका मिलता है, जवाब देने का मौका मिलता है। दैट कैन बी डैम फन टू
Yeah,
यार।
that's nice. So like we were discussing off here, आप डेनमार्क मूव हो गए because मैंने आपकी एक वीडियो देखा था that you didn't want to raise your daughter here, and I don't blame you at all. Why would you want to? And the reason why I'm saying that is because I think जितनी भी एक डिस्पिकेबल या सैड बात है, हमें मोटर इंसिडेंट की बात करनी चाहिए थोड़ी बहुत, because it's related to everything that we're going to discuss in broader terms. So the act itself obviously despicable, inhumane, tragic, मतलब हैवान है जो इस तरह की चीज़ें करते हैं, that's established. But जो ज़्यादा दुख की बात है ना उसके बाद, वो है रिएक्शन जो सोसाइटी का है आपकी पाकिस्तान में जो हुआ है रिएक्शन. बेसिकली तकरीबन सारे मर्द हजरात जो रिएक्शन दे रहे थे, CCPO साहब का पता है आपको, पर्सन हु इज़ डायरेक्टली रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द सेफ्टी एंड वेल बीइंग ऑफ द विक्टिम एंड ऑफ पीपल इन जनरल. और चित्राल MNA की अगर आपने वीडियो देखी हो, वो उठ के मजाक कर रहे हैं. आई थिंक आई डोंट थिंक ही सीरियस बिकॉज ही सेइंग कि इफ अ वुमन डज इट देन विल द प्राइम मिनिस्टर आल्सो कैस्ट्रेट हर. तो मतलब दैट सॉर्ट ऑफ थिंग, अगर इस तरह का रिएक्शन है तो डोंट यू लूज ऑल होप बेसिकली.
Let me first just say that actually I didn't move to Denmark because I became the father of my daughters. We moved here for other reasons. But when we got here, that's, you know, a few years later, I became a father. And the video that I made that sort of put me a little bit on the map and people started noticing me was precisely me expressing my grief and my sadness at the fact that now that I'm here, there is no way I can move back to Pakistan because it would not be fair to my child, to my daughter. At that time, I had only one, but now I have two. It wouldn't be fair for my daughters to take them back to a situation where it is true because I honestly belong to the socio-economic elite of Pakistan, and I would be able to create that bubble of security around her. But I didn't think that it was okay to give my daughters any less than what I can offer them here, which is autonomy, which is freedom of movement, which is the ability to navigate society on par, on an equal footing with boys and men. And that was a thing that really was it was not I was not angry when I talked about that. I was actually very sad because I love Pakistan. Yeah, my best years have been in Pakistan. That my this country of birth has given me everything, you know. But then again, I'm also the product of privilege. You know, I've again socioeconomic elite, went to some amazing schools. I was living in a liberal household. I was partying. I was having fun. I had friends. I had everything. And I would love for my daughters to experience the same joy that I did, but I had to accept the fact that as a girl, her experience would be completely different from mine. And that's basically what I was talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, no,
Now,
sorry,
when it
sorry if
comes
it
to
came across the wrong way. I wasn't
no,
blaming
no,
you.
no,
I was saying it
it's
made
fine.
perfect sense.
I thought
Yeah,
your viewers might
yeah,
just
definitely.
want the clarification.
Yeah.
The thing is, I actually haven't lost hope. That's the reason I continue to do these videos. I would have lost hope if I had been screaming into the void. लेकिन सच्ची बात तो ये है कि I have over the course of a few years, and my content is not funny, it's not compelling in the way that people are like, all right, let's sit down and just chill out to some of his videos. I have no production value whatsoever. I don't script it, I don't make jokes, I don't do anything, but simply based on the earnestness of my content, on the fact
I
that
think
I am
people just want
speaking
something real.
exactly, and the fact that people want something real and that they recognize what I'm saying and they appreciate what I'm saying and they share my videos, that gives me hope. कि यार चलो ठीक है, मैं अकेला तो नहीं हूँ, मैं ये सोच सिर्फ मेरी नहीं है, ये पाकिस्तान में बेशुमार औरतों की और मर्दों की भी है. इनफैक्ट दैट्स द थिंग दैट हैज probably given me the most hope. I It's natural, of course, for women, not all, but many women, to gravitate towards what I'm saying because I'm speaking directly to their experience and in a way apologizing for my gender. But what I really, really appreciate is how many young men in particular are beginning to say, yaar, baat to sahi hai. We can't treat our friends this way. We can't treat our future wives this way. We have to respect what our mothers have gone through. We have to raise our daughters differently from the way our generation has been raised. And that's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And it's not just that the men are beginning to see the light, but यार जो औरतों की तादाद है जो कि सड़कों पे निकलती हैं, जो कि मुंह तोड़ तरीके से अपना हक मांगती हैं, जो आगे से फेंटी चढ़ा देती हैं उन उल्लू के कानों को जो कि उनको कम समझते हैं. यार, that is also a wonderful thing to see, despite the fact that you have not just 10, 50, 70 years, you have several thousand years of ingrained misogyny in our culture. उसके खिलाफ वो जदोजहद कर रहे हैं, मिन्नत कर रहे हैं, बात कर रहे हैं. यार, that is impressive as hell. So yes, things are awful in many ways. Horrific incidents like the motorway gang rape happen. You have sex trafficking. You have molestation, rape, harassment. These are all very uncomfortable, bitter realities of our society. But at least I see the willingness to change and the capacity to change and make things better. And that to me gives me hope.
That's great, honestly. लेकिन I don't you think कि वो जो लोग सुन रहे हैं, that's good कि लोग सुन रहे हैं और औरतें बाहर निकल आ रही हैं, बट देन अगेन आपका दिमाग सोचता है कि शायद एक सोशल मीडिया का बबल है वो जिसके अंदर हम ऑपरेट करें, जो आपकी रेडिकल ग्रास रूट्स है पाकिस्तान में वो बढ़ती जा रही है. यू सीन द एंटी शिया रैलीज एंड एवरीथिंग, एंड वी कम टू टॉक अबाउट पाकिस्तानी सोसाइटी एंड व्हाई इट इज़ द वे इट इज़ इन जस्ट अ बिट. लेकिन इट्स नाइस दैट यू आर फीलिंग होपफुल. मैंने ये सवाल करना था, लाइक एट द कोर ऑफ दिस एंटायर थिंग इज़ कि ये रिएक्शन क्यों, लाइक आई वॉन्ट टू अंडरस्टैंड द वाई एंड वाई यू थिंक दिस रिएक्शन के more like सारा पेट्रियार्की और मिसोजिनी की वजह से है, डू यू थिंक? बिकॉज आई थिंक वो तो एलिमेंट्स हैं ही, बट आई थिंक देर इज समथिंग एल्स इन देर एज वेल, बिकॉज काफ़ी सोसाइटीज़ वगैरह हैं जिनमें होगी पेट्रियार्की और मिसोजिनी, बट इस तरह का जो लोलेसनेस जिसमें हम चले गए हैं ना, आई थिंक को नेक्स्ट लेवल पे पहुंचा दी है उसने हमारी बात.
There are of course a ton of socioeconomic factors that influence the lawlessness of our society. Which honestly have nothing to do with gender. They have to do with class. They have to do with our cultural confusion. They have to do with religious bigotry. They have to do with a lot of other things. But ultimately, when it comes to all these elements, for instance, things like victim blaming, things like somehow the other, अच्छा ठीक है यार, ऐसे तो होना ही है. तो आप यूं कर लें, आप उस तरह कर लें, आप सेल्फ डिफेंस सीख लें,
12 बजे के बाद ना
बंदूक होनी
निकलें.
चाहिए, आपके पास ये होना चाहिए. To me, this is a sign of cowardice. ये तो बुज़दिली की निशानी है. Because we're talking about people, we're talking about a gender, a society that is unwilling to accept the need to change and is unwilling to make the effort that is required to change. So ये तो बुज़दिली है. Like, I have not ever found
और
somebody
ढिठाई.
who has this typical misogynist bluster. Maslan, something like that absolute cretin, Khalilur Rahman Kamar, there is nothing brave or courageous in what he's saying.
He's very,
What
like,
he's
at the
saying
heart
is
of it, it's
fundamentally
insecurity,
cowardice.
basically.
Exactly. It is insecurity. It is fragile, a fragile ego. It is someone who is at the very core cowardly and does not wish to take responsibility for his own actions. He does not wish to take responsibility for his sexuality, does not wish to take responsibility for his treatment of women. That's what it is. So in my world, these kind of men, these kind of people, they are suffering from an insecurity, and I wish I could be kind and help them. But unfortunately, sometimes you just have to slap somebody out of stupidity. and that is what things like the Aurat March, that is what this जो मुंह तोड़ जवाब इनको मिलते हैं, जो इनको फिर ये बड़ी intense और heavy duty किस्म की reactions मिलती हैं, that is what they're going to get.
हाँ,
Because
साला
they are being
साल
wrong.
बता के
They are the
आराम
ones
से
who
कोई
are.
सुनता नहीं है.
I mean, now this is not to say that I in any way accept or think that it is okay to resort to violence, to resort to name calling and all. I think that these are defeats for anyone. यानी कि आप जैसे ही आप गालिम गलोच पे उतर आते हो, हाथापाई पे उतर आते हो, तो आप गिर चुके हो. There is no doubt about that.
Yeah.
But the fact that that you have people that are reacting so heavily, that's their problem. अब देखो, and this is not to toot my own horn at all, but I have over time, as I've grown older, as I've become a father of daughters, as I have lived with my wife, who is an incredibly strong and incredibly intelligent and smart woman. I am the son of an incredibly smart and courageous and strong woman. My sister, the women I know in my life, they are incredible women. They are incredible people. I have realized that I need to take a step back. I need to keep my ego in check. I need to accept that I am not automatically better or automatically more privileged or entitled to privilege simply because of the contents of my pants.
Yeah,
Now,
well,
this
to
is
put
it's
it
such a
that way.
simple, it's a no-brainer. It's a
हाँ, मतलब कि
no-brainer for anyone with any sense. But the thing is, this is tough. अब खास तौर पे अगर आप एक पेट्रियार्कल माशरे में पले हो, तो ये एक्सेप्ट करना कि आप मसलन ये फेमिनिस्ट मूवमेंट में या वुमेन्स राइट के चक्रों में दैट यू आर योर वॉइस इज सेकेंडरी, ये तस्लीम करना बहुत मुश्किल है. It really requires some introspection, some understanding of yourself and controlling your ego, accepting that maybe in your household you're not the primary breadwinner after you have been taught your entire life that this is your ultimate role. Accepting that your wife might reject your advances if you're feeling frisky, that also
बेसिकली
requires that you are like, अच्छा,
पैरिटी लानी है ना, कि बेसिकली आपको ये
हाँ,
एहसास दिलाना है कि साला साल जो आपको पावर दी गई, जो आपको प्रिविलेज दी गई है खलीलुर रहमान कमर जैसे लोगों को, कि जो ये चाहते थे वो हो जाता है. एक तो मॉरल वो बात आ जाती है ना कि देयर शुड बी सम सॉर्ट ऑफ एम्पथी, कि भाईजान अगला भी इंसान है, उसको ये चीज़ नहीं मिली तो थोड़ी तो गलत बात है. बट एट द सेम टाइम व्हेन यू स्नैच दैट पावर अवे, नेचुरली इफ़ यू आर मेकिंग द अदर पर्सन equal, you're snatching away the power of someone else, तो वो इनसे बर्दाश्त नहीं होता. So वो
यार,
बड़ा
and it's a
bitter
very
pill to
difficult
swallow.
thing to accept.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a
true.
painful thing to accept. So I understand why men are feeling frightened. I understand why they're feeling that it is painful. But that is not an excuse to say that we're not going to do it, or to find excuses to actively prevent it from happening. And that's why I call it cowardice, and not hatred, not anything else. It is fundamentally cowardice, because we as a gender, we as a society, the men in our society are unwilling to do the hardest damn thing in the world, which is to unlearn several thousand years of socialization, which is to unlearn the things that we've been taught that simply are not fair.
हाँ, वेरी वेरी ट्रू. अब ये जो मोटरवे इंसिडेंट हुआ है, इसके बाद जो प्रोटेस्ट हुए हैं उसके आप रिएक्शन देख लें बाय पीपल लाइक खलीलुर रहमान कमर, सॉरी, मेरा जिस्म मेरी मर्ज़ी, जिस तरह वो एक बन जाता है, हर प्रोटेस्ट का इनको मसला बन जाता है. सो even when it's gotten to a point where like it's pretty obvious what they mean by that slogan, like after the incident, like literally अभी हुआ incident, फिर भी उसी पे फंस जाते हैं. एंड you're very right about the fact कि it's like जो इतनी socialization इनकी हुई है towards a certain mindset, वो बहुत मुश्किल है. because even basic things like women getting together in a public space, they get uncomfortable at the mere sight of that. उससे उनको मसला पड़ जाता है. जब अगर औरतें कहीं पब्लिक स्पेस में नज़र आ जाएं इस तरह, तो टीवी शोज़ पे आके शुरू हो जाते हैं कि इनके भाई का है, इनके बाप का है, इनके वो माइंडसेट ही लाइक यू सेड बिल्कुल गलत है. And that's what I want to ask you about.
The thing is, it's a matter of ownership, na?
Yeah, that's very true.
It's a matter of ownership that there is this. Now, one of the things that I've been very conscious about in my videos, कि मैं कभी ये नहीं बात का हमारी औरतें, क्योंकि भाई औरतें हमारी नहीं हैं. वो हमारे माशरे की औरतें हो सकती हैं, and their relationship is they are a part of society, but they're not ours. Now even just accepting this, ये तो वो एक ऐसी terminology है जो कि इतनी ingrained है कि यही तस्लीम करना that this one term जो कि अक्सर मर्द प्यार मोहब्बत से भी बोलते हैं, that in this term there is an element of ownership and control over the lives of women. Yeah, that is a difficult thing for them to accept. And when women go out and say, look, we don't need your permission, we don't need your acceptance, we don't need you to give us rights, भाई those rights are ours. यानी कि ताहिरा अब्दुल्ला ने जो इतनी खूबसूरत प्यारी बात की थी और फेंटी चला दी थी वो खलील रहमान को ऑन इंटरव्यू about a year ago कि भाई आप who are you to give us rights? These rights are not yours for to take or give. Those are ours on account of our humanity. This is not something for you. So
Yeah.
again ये फिर वो बुजदली वाली बात आ जाती है that you are as a person you are cowardly, that you feel emasculated, that you feel weakened by the fact that somebody else is acquiring or taking upon themselves their rights and their control of their own destinies. तो ये it's just as much loss of privilege, but it is fundamentally fair. ये इस तरह के मर्द ये तो औरतों से इतना डरते हैं, they are petrified of women because they not only does the existence of a strong independent woman threaten their control, but it threatens their own masculinity. कि भाई मैं अगर औरत ने मुझे आगे से जवाब दे दी तो फिर मैं नाम मर्द हो गया, भाई ये कैसी मर्दानगी है?
मैं कैसे
that it's
बर्दाश्त करूं?
dependent on your control of ये कोई मर्दानगी है यार? Are you kidding? And I think in terms of the work that I've been doing, the videos that I've been putting out now, as you may be able to hear, मेरा काफी जैसे कहते हैं ना वो लाहौरी अल्फा मेल किस्म का लहजा है कि मैं बात करता हूँ not only as a man but as a 6 foot tall गोरा privileged man of high society, यानी कि वो जिसे कहते हैं ना which are all completely unfair privileges that I have, लेकिन वो एक लहजा है which does not match with people's perception of someone who's saying कि भाई I'm going to sit in the passenger seat of this fight, that my
कॉग्निटिव
masculinity is not
डिसोनेंस आ जाती है
threatened.
कि बंदा लग तो कुछ और है, बोल कुछ और है, कभी एक्सपेक्ट ही किया था. तो दैट्स व्हाई आई थिंक वन ऑफ द
Basically
रीजंस व्हाई you have such a fan following, because you're a one off basically. इस तरह के, and that's sad, that's a very sad thing, that you're a
that
one off, but it is what it is.
it's very sad. I mean, look, the thing is, मेरे लिए तो, and again, because I've been raised in the house of a strong mother, I'm married to a strong woman. And it's not just my mother who is Danish, but it is my pupos in Pakistan who are strong and extremely capable women. Bhai, for me, acknowledging the strength of women and finding myself to be no more and no less masculine because they understand who they are and they are in control of their lives, to me it's perfectly natural. लेकिन बहुत से लोगों के लिए natural चीज नहीं है. And what I hope to some extent or the other is to at least as much as I can set an example for young men to see that, you know what, I can accept that my wife is the breadwinner. I can accept that maybe I need to clean the bathroom every once in a while. I can accept that I am not always going to be in charge of every decision, and I'm no less of a man for it. It's a redefinition of masculinity that in fact I believe कि असल मर्द तो वो है जो कि अपने खानदान की खवातीन को सपोर्ट करता है, आगे बढ़ाता है, अपने कंधों पे बिठा देता है कि you go further than I can. That to me is a real man. ये जो बाकी उनको कंट्रोल करके उनके गिरबान पकड़ के उनको बिल्कुल नीचे दबा देते हैं, these are the नामर्द्स in my world.
Yeah, that's very true. मतलब इनको like you said, इन्होंने if you notice as well, ये जो ownership वाली है, इसके साथ साथ इन्होंने इज्जत अपनी और अपने खानदान की औरतों के साथ associate की होती है. So that's why you have these honor killings and everything. और basically इनका हर ये भी basically इज्जत पे शुरू होती है बात, और जब कोई women's rights की बात होती है तो तब भी इस्लाम ने बड़ी इज्जत दी है, कह के वो रग के नीचे वो जो है ना बात को कर देते हैं. I mean that's the classic first वो type. So
वो तो ऊपर
I
चेपी लगा देते हैं ना,
वही ना कि
वो तो
मतलब पता है
बकवास ये
कि
करते
जी
हैं, उसके
आगे
ऊपर
से
चेपी
क्या
लगा
कोई
देते हैं
कहेगा.
यार, और वो फिर समझते हैं कि मैंने वो पॉइंट मार
हाँ
लिया है.
हाँ
बट अगेन यही तो फिर बात है ना. नाउ फॉर मी माय इज्जत, क्योंकि मैं जारी बात है यार, मेरी भी एक सेल्फ परसेप्शन है, मेरी भी एक सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट है, और मैं अपनी सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट को उठा के बाहर नहीं रखता, बट माय सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट is tied up in the happiness of my daughters, in the strength of my daughters. My self-respect is tied up in how good of a husband I am to an extremely capable woman. This is meri izzat isme hai. Whether I control or not, if my izzat lies in the control of women, then that is not izzat worth having. And I don't recommend any man to put their entire ghairat and izzat into the control of women, because they are definitely making the women less than they can be, but they also are making themselves much less than they should be.
Yeah, very true. Great word. So, how do we prepare? Like, वो point हम किस तरह? What's the journey like? कि हम prepare या mold करें पाकिस्तानी मर्द को कि वो accept करे कि वो एक gender equal society का part कभी ना कभी बनेगा. Like, तो transition ही है ना. So that's where we're trying to go. और फिर आहिस्ता आहिस्ता one of the things is कि we obviously जो एक चीज हो रही है कि women are coming out on the streets and demanding rights, which is fantastic. But the other side is कि दूसरे gender को भी बताना है कि how do you accept this change and be a part of it. So where do you think that how do we start that journey?
यार सबसे पहली बात तो याद रखने वाली ये है that preparing ourselves for a more gender equal society, ये हम औरतों के लिए नहीं कर रहे, ये हम अपने लिए कर रहे हैं. Because the more we kick and scream against this inevitable movement towards a more gender equal society, the more we are going to hurt and destroy and debase and humiliate ourselves. तो सबसे पहले तो यार लड़कों को, मर्दों को ये समझाना है कि भाई, you have no choice in the matter. आप बोलें ना बोलें, आप बम फाड़ें ना फाड़ें, औरतों ने सड़कों पे निकलना है. औरतों ने आपको घर पे जूतियां मारनी हैं अगर आपने बदतमीजी की. आपने औरत से ज्यादती की तो आपको सजा मिलेगी, आप कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस फेस करने पड़ेंगे. अगर आज नहीं तो कल, कल नहीं तो परसों, बट इवेंचुअली दैट्स गोइंग टू हैपन. सो first of all, the thing that we as a gender, as a male population, have to accept is the loss of control. Now, this is a very difficult thing to acknowledge, but it is a real thing. भाई हम इसको नहीं रोक सकते. अच्छा, इसको अगर हमने accept कर लिया, then I tell you, everything else starts falling into place automatically. Because the second you accept, hold on, I'm not in control of this tidal wave, then you start becoming aware of, okay, where are the currents in this tidal wave going? How am I going to keep my head afloat? मैं किस तरीके से बात करूं, मैं अपने काम पे औरतों के साथ उनकी क्या रिलेशनशिप रखूं, मैं अपने घर में अपनी बीवी के साथ क्या सलूक करूं, मैं अपनी बेटियों को किस तरह पालूं, मैं अपने बेटों को किस तरह पालूं. All of these things then suddenly become relevant questions. You see, most of these anti-feminist, misogynist men, what they're dreaming of is not today. They actually don't even want to maintain the status quo. They want to drag us back to a time where they had far greater control.
मतलब पता नहीं क्या हो गया, औरतों को फांसी फैल गई है, ये हो गया, वो
Exactly. वो तो, और वो भी totally imaginary एक हिस्ट्री को वो में बिलीव करते हैं in terms of कि भी आज से 100 साल, 200 साल, 300 साल औरतें बड़ी अच्छी होती थी और मर्द भी पड़े, हम सब बड़े खुश थे. भाई उस वक्त औरतों के मुंह आपने बंद करके रखे, आपने घरों में उनको अंदर ताला मार के उनको बंद रखा होता और मार पीट के जोर पे आपने उनकी आवाजें बंद की हुई थी. तो वो खुश नहीं थे. आपके फोरफादर शायद बहुत खुश थे, लेकिन वो खुश नहीं थे. So this fictitious myth of a happy past, that is absolutely incorrect. But that is where they want to take us back. First of all, that's never going to happen. They are active, but they are actively battling to ensure that this kind of change does not come about. And it's not today that they've started battling it. ये तो at every step along the way, जब औरतों को वोट मिला, जब औरतों को प्रॉपर्टी की राइट्स मिले, जब औरतों को फलाना ढकाना, जो स्टेप्स रहे हैं थ्रू हिस्ट्री, हर स्टेप पे ओए भाई होन तो बस माशरा गया, अब सब कुछ बर्बाद हो गया, now the world is going to come to an end.
पावर रिलिंक्विश करने की बात आती है ना, यू सी दिस इन एवरी डायनामिक. मतलब कि जब अफ्रीकन अमेरिकन की वो सिविल राइट्स मूवमेंट चली थी जिम क्रो लॉज के खिलाफ, उससे पहले स्लेवरी अबॉलिश हुई. आप किसी भी मुआशरे में देख लें, जब जो सबसे ज़्यादा मतलब पीपल हु आर इन पावर, जो प्रिविलेज्ड होते हैं, उनसे जब इस तरह की ली जाती है तो वो यही शोर मचाते हैं कि भाई स्टेटस को तबाह करो. बेसिकली व्हाट अ कंजर्वेटिव इज़ इन द रियलिस्ट पॉसिबल सेंस, कि भाईजान सोशल फैब्रिक आप तबाह कर रहे हैं, चीज़ों ने इधर उधर हो जाना है, पता नहीं कहाँ जा रहे हैं, अनस्टेबल हो जाएगी. बट ऑब्वियसली दैट्स BS, सबको पता है.
If there is anything human history has proven is that change is inevitable. And this one change, that 50% of the global population is going to achieve parity with the other 50%, you can do whatever you want. At best, आप इसको delay कर सकेंगे किसी हद तक, लेकिन एक time आएगा when you're going to have to face a gender equal society. So this is what is needed, that you get enough men to accept that that is the inevitable conclusion of human evolution, is कि मर्द और औरत एक बराबरी के लेवल पे पहुंच जाएंगे. Once those who accept it, और मैंने तो यही देखा अब amongst men who consider themselves feminist or woke or at the very least supporting women, बड़ा इख्तलाफ है, बड़ी डिसएग्रीमेंट्स हैं, बहुत चीजों पे वो डिसएग्री करते हैं, लेकिन एक चीज सिर्फ है उनमें जो कि कॉमन है, वो ये है कि भाई हम इस तरफ जा रहे हैं whether we like it or not. And that is what prepares them, that's what puts them in the right frame of mind to be like, yaar, if we are going to go over the waterfall, agar this trajectory is inevitable, then instead of screaming and shouting, trying to swim against the current and obstructing everybody else who is following the current, maybe let's turn around and follow the current and see where it takes us and make the best out of it. Once you adjust your mentality to accept that inevitability, फिर बाकी चीजें खुद ब खुद आ जाएंगी. और फिर डेफिनेटली कुछ चीजें हैं ट्रेन करने वाली. अब one of the things that I'm hoping to work on in Pakistan over the next year or so is to establish a series of workshops and some training modules and some support for schools and boys schools and kids, you know, I'm talking about adolescents, कि उनके साथ एक डिबेट, एक engagement तो शुरू की जाए about how to deal with a world where the fantasies of their forefathers no longer are relevant, where this expectation कि भाई अब मैं स्कूल खत्म करूंगा, फिर मैं कॉलेज जाऊंगा, फिर अम्मी अब्बा मेरे लिए कोई बीवी मेरी सेट करके देंगे, फिर वो घर पे रहेगी, मेरे बच्चे पालेगी, मेरे लिए गोल रोटियां बनाएगी, और मैं नौकरी करके घर आके वो मेरे लिए उसने अखबार और गोल रोटी मेरे लिए जो है ना तैयार करके होंगी. This fantasy is dead. For it may occur for some people, but only by the consent and willingness of your spouse. It's perfectly possible, and I think it's wonderful when it happens through with their consent. But that is what we have to engage with young men about कि भाई जिस मुस्तकबिल की तरफ आप बढ़ रहे हो, ये वो दुनिया नहीं है जिसमें आपके वालिद साहब या आपके दादा साहब या आपके परदादा पले हैं. So let's talk about how you're going to deal with having a woman as your boss. Let's talk about the tone that you need to employ when you're talking to women as equal colleagues. Let's talk about the jokes that are okay or not okay to make. Let's talk about the respect you have to give to the aspirations of your future wife. Let's talk about the education that you must give your daughters on an equal level as your sons. तो यानी कि बेशुमार चीजें हैं जिन पे अगर हम सिर्फ यंग लोगों को इंगेज कर लें, और बाय सिंपल डिबेट एंड डायलॉग, आई बिलीव बहुत ज्यादा उनका जहन चेंज हो जाएगा. उनको समझ आ जाएगी कि यार ये जो नारेबाजी है और खलील रहमान कमर की मुरीदगी में जो लोग लग जाते हैं, दिस इज फैंटास्टिकली स्टूपिड. दैट्स नॉट द वे आई वांट टू गो. आई वुड एक्चुअली मच रादर हैव अ वाइफ who has a career and who is professional and who is my equal. I would much rather have daughters who can support me in my old age in the same way that my sons can support me. This is the life that I want to live. And I think once you have that engagement, once you have that discussion and that talk, yeah, most people will choose, most men and boys will choose that.
Yeah, but I just want to play devil's advocate for a second there. I think what you're saying is absolutely spot on, और इस तरह हो रहा है, आहिस्ता आहिस्ता लोग सुन रहे हैं और समझ रहे हैं. बट डोंट यू थिंक कि पाकिस्तान की मेजॉरिटी पॉपुलेशन, जो अगर हम ये अपर मिडल और अपर क्लास को अगर हम हटा दें फॉर वेरियस रीजंस, एंड आई वुड से कि a reason why we know about concepts like patriarchy and misogyny has a lot to do with our class and what we've been exposed to as well. तो एट वन लेवल आप चलो एजेंसी तो उन पे रखते हो, लेकिन आप ये भी कह सकते हो कि ठीक है, in life they might not have been exposed to these things as well as we have, तो उनको शायद ना पता हो. तो उनको किस तरह engage किया जाए? वो अभी भी I don't think, or would you say that I'm wrong in saying कि वो अभी भी इस mindset की तरफ नहीं आए, उनको नहीं पता कि, और they don't want to accept कि ये एक alternative है जिधर दुनिया जा रही है?
यार एक तो आई थिंक दैट देयर इज अ सर्टेन लेवल ऑफ टॉप डाउन ट्रिकल डाउन इफेक्ट फॉर श्योर. यानी कि वही जो गरीब लोग देखते हैं कि यार साहब जी का बेटा और बेटी दोनों काम करते हैं, दोनों के पास पैसा है, दोनों की अपनी करियर है, फलाना ढमकाना. देयर इज अ सर्टेन लेवल ऑफ ट्रिकल डाउन इफेक्ट फॉर श्योर. बट लेट्स आल्सो नॉट फॉरगेट that when we go to the poorest classes in our society, women are very actively engaged in production. They're actively engaged in working the fields. They're actively engaged in earning money for the household. यानी कि उनकी जिंदगी, their productive capacity is actively being used. वहां पे I don't think it is that huge a step to go to get to a point where this class realizes कि यहाँ पे भी अगर मैं अपनी बीवी को या अपनी बेटी को जो है ना बेवकूफ रखूं, उनको बंद रखूं, उनको काम करने से रोकूं, तो इसमें कोई फायदा है या इसमें कोई इज्जत है. The kind of entrapment, imprisonment, almost you can call it, the kind of imprisonment, the kind of कि भाई नहीं हमारे घर की लड़कियां काम नहीं करती, भाई मेरी बीवी काम नहीं करती, ये नहीं करती, वो नहीं करती, बाहर नहीं निकलती वगैरह. This is something that people with means can talk about. उनके पास पैसा है, उनकी इतनी आमदन है, उनके घर बने हुए हैं, उनकी गाड़ियां हैं, तो वो अपनी लड़कियों को इस लेवल पे रख सकते हैं. लेकिन जिस घर में आपकी डेली स्ट्रगल है टू फिल योर स्टमक, टू फीड योर चिल्ड्रन, वहां पे कोई मियाँ नहीं कहता कि तुम नहीं, खबरदार, तुमने काम किया, तुम घर पे बैठा करो, सिर्फ मैं कमाई करूंगा. यार अब आपकी तनख्वाह अगर 15,000 रुपया है और आपके 4 बच्चे हैं, तो जारी बात है आपकी बीवी भी काम करती है. So firstly, from there, the step to move on, I believe that there will be definitely an effect when they see the privileged class, those who can afford to keep the women locked up at home and non-productive and basically be reproduction machines, when they see there also that यार actually इसकी कोई value नहीं रही, इसमें कोई इज्जत नहीं है, you're not proving that you are a person of means, there is no conspicuous what you call flaunting of your class. You're not trying to prove कि यार बस हम जरा एक लेवल तक पहुंच गए हैं by keeping your daughters at home. There also there is a way of moving out. अब जो बाकी मसले मसाइल हैं, already this is only a small element of it. But the fact is, yeah, we have some religious issues at a certain level. We definitely have a poverty issue. We definitely have a lack of education issue. We definitely have a class issue that has to be dealt with before we can address the wrongs that are being committed upon women. अब आप imagine कर लो कि एक गरीब बंदा जो डेली बेसिस पे ड्राइवरी कर रहा होता है, उसको गालियां भी पड़ती हैं, उसको बेइज्जत भी किया जाता है, वो घर जाके उसकी जिंदगी में एक ही पावर है, वो पावर है जो कि उसकी है over his wife and his daughters and his children. So I think there are a bunch of other elements that need to be addressed before we can sort of loosen
I
up
think
on
you've
this.
hit the nail on the head. कि जिस तरह आपने बात की कि प्रोडक्टिव कैपेसिटी उनकी ज़्यादा होती है, तो while they may be involved in the economic side of things, उसके अंदर उनके पास होती है, because obviously there is no choice. लेकिन जिस तरह आपने एग्जांपल दिया कि वो जाके फील्ड्स में काम करती हैं, सो वहाँ पे you're absolutely right कि वहाँ पे क्लास और इस तरह के एलिमेंट्स भी आ जाते हैं, क्योंकि ऑफन टाइम्स व्हाट आई हैव सीन और एनेक्डोटली जो सुना हुआ है वो ये है कि औरतें जाके काम करती हैं ऐसे, इस इंटीरियर सिंध चले जाएं या रूरल साउथ पंजाब चले जाएं, और मर्द जो ठेकेदार होता है वो ऑब्वियसली बिलोंग्स टू डिफरेंट, वो ऊपर ज़रा इकोनॉमिक वो होता है, वो बैठ के सिर्फ मंजी पे चिल मार रहा होता है. एंड दैट हैज़ लेस टू डू विद द फैक्ट, लाइक not entirely, I should say less नहीं, not entirely to do with the fact कि gender issue है, लेकिन और भी elements जो है बीच में आ जाते हैं. which you're right कि अगर उन सबको in tandem देखा जाए तो जो है मामला बेहतर हो सकता है. But to on your other point about कि अगर ये वाली क्लास आपकी लोअर क्लास या वर्किंग क्लास अगर देखे कि जो साहब हैं वो इस तरह कर रहे हैं, वो जा रही हैं काम पे, so that they would follow along. अगेन ट्राई टू प्ले डेवल्स एडवोकेट here, लेकिन डोंट यू थिंक कि आपकी जो ये है वर्किंग क्लास और ये बेसिकली जो रूरल सेटिंग में लोग बिलोंग करते हैं, इनके अंदर ये बैठी हुई है चीज़ और बिठाई गई है कि फेमिनिज्म जो है वो भाईजान एक ईवल है. फेमिनिज्म का लफ्ज लाइक यू नो इज मेलाइंड इन पाकिस्तान, मतलब अच्छी
यार
नज़रों से नहीं
feminism
देखा जाता.
is a four-letter word in our society. ठीक है ना? It's a four-letter F word in our society.
Yeah. So why do you think so the fundamental point is कि why is it considered a slur?
Because it scares the shit out of people. It scares the shit out of men.
इवन औरतों
I
भी
mean, it's that
कुछ
simple.
औरतें तो देसी वो होता
हाँ
नहीं है, लिबरल आ गई हैं जी, फेमिनिस्ट आ गई हैं, मतलब इट्स यूज्ड एज अ पुट
हाँ
डाउन इवन बाय गर्ल्स.
absolutely. Look, listen, there is, and this is not just in Pakistan, this is across the planet. Everywhere that there is a feminist struggle, there is an active effort to discredit the term, to discredit the purpose of feminism. अब ये तो अमेरिका में भी वो यही है. But one of the reasons that America, shockingly, despite there being an overwhelming support for it, still hasn't been able to pass the Equal Rights Amendment, which would outlaw the discrimination of people based on their gender, is because there has been an active movement by women who simply don't want to be associated with feminism. So they don't want to be, they don't want this element to enter into their society. So discrediting feminism is not a Pakistani phenomenon, it's a global phenomenon. The fact of the matter is also, yeah, if you belong to a well-to-do family or a well-to-do segment of society as a woman, you can expect to be cared for, to be given the things you need, to not actually have to work, to not be responsible for your destiny for the rest of your life. That's also a pretty neat position to be in. And I can understand why there are a lot of women who don't want to be put in that situation. That's why when they were fighting against the Equal Rights Amendment in America, one of the arguments were that, look, if you get the Equal Rights Amendment, then suddenly you can be called and you can be drafted to the army, which scared the crap out of a lot of women, because that why should women go to war and fight in Vietnam and in Iraq or all these places. So I don't think that because it's not uniquely Pakistani, we have to look at it from a perspective that, you know what, I call myself a feminist, but I don't really care if people call themselves a feminist or not. मैं तो लोगों को कहता हूं कि भाई, अगर आप मर्द और औरत की बराबरी में बिलीव करते हो, अगर आप औरत को वो इज्जत देते हो इंसान होने की बेसिस पे, तो देन यू आर अ फेमिनिस्ट यार. You don't have to actually excuse me, you don't have to accept or put that label on yourself in order to have the desired effect in society. Feminism as a label is simply something that allows people to come together and show that they believe in the same thing in greater numbers. लेकिन मैं तो डेफिनेटली बेशुमार ऐसे लोगों को जानता हूँ जो कहते हैं कि यार, आई एम नॉट अ फेमिनिस्ट बट माय डॉटर इज गोइंग टू बी वर्किंग. आई एम नॉट अ फेमिनिस्ट बट आई एम नॉट अ
मैं
फेमिनिस्ट
जेंडर
बट.
इक्वालिटी में यकीन करता हूँ, लेकिन फेमिनिस्ट जो है ना, ये मुझे पसंद नहीं
चंगी
है.
गल है भाई,
ठीक
ठीक
है.
है, तुझे ताड़ी
हाँ.
माजी. नहीं, तुसी फेमिनिस्ट नहीं है, कोई मसला नहीं है. अगर आपकी बेटी काम कर रही है, अगर आपकी बीवी काम कर रही है, अगर घर पे आप भी पांडे कभी कभी धोर देते हो, तो ठीक है. अगर आप अपनी बीवी बेटी को नहीं मारते, अगर आप बेटी को वही तालीम दे रहे हो जो कि अपने बेटे को दे रहे हो, then nobody needs you to call yourself a feminist. So I think also this is what we have to remember, is that the ends are more important than the means, or not the means. The ends are more important. The end result is more important than the flag under which those ends are
टेक्निकलिटीज
achieved.
की ज़रूरत नहीं है बेसिकली.
वो तो टेक्निकलिटी है यार. Feminism, just the existence of feminism simply creates some space for the debate. It creates an angle, it brings in a perspective that people then have to think about and they have to have an attitude towards. And that's why there is such an effort to discredit feminism, so that young people, the wider population, doesn't even engage with the ideas of feminism. That's why I think there is this constant attack. But again, you can't stop it, yaar. अब आज से 20 साल पहले मर्द और औरत की बराबरी में बंदा बात भी करता ना, तो वो आग में वो खलील रहमान वाली बात जो है ना, majority, even those who would consider themselves relatively woke, and I think that's one of the reasons that cretin is getting the thrashing that he does is because 20 years ago, he would have been lauded as this very nice, very good man who cares so much for women and gives them so much respect. But now, 20 years down the line, people realize this is not enough. We don't need your patronizing tone
ये
as if you
वही
are giving us
रिस्पेक्ट है ना जो
some
आप जिस
rights.
तरह
We have our
प्रिजनर्स को
rights.
देते हो कि भाईजान बड़ी अच्छी तरह खाना दे देते हैं, बड़ी अच्छी तरह अपने प्रिजनर्स को ट्रीट करते हैं, दैट सॉर्ट ऑफ रिस्पेक्ट, दैट्स नॉट लाइक equal respect as an
Exactly.
entity or a person or something like that. So we talked about कि पाकिस्तानी feminist movement जो है वो काफ़ी progress कर चुकी है, especially in terms of women जो हैं वो public spaces पे आ रही हैं और finally very very nice to see कि शोर मचा रही हैं वो, whoever wants to term it that way, जो लोग आके कहते हैं. But where do you see them going in the next 5 to 10 years? मतलब कोई ये आपको लगता है कि shift आएगा soon basically in the near future?
वो आ चुका है,
अच्छा
ऑलरेडी आ चुका है. पहली बात तो ये है ना that if you look at it at not just the liberal elite, but it has trickled down a lot, and not just what am I saying trickling down, it's actually coming up from the grassroots also. Women from very humble backgrounds are understanding that, hold on, this is a place where I can hang my hat. This is where I can actually go in and fight for what I already believed in.
yeah
So this already, the simple fact that for several years in a row, despite stiff opposition and threats and so on and so forth, women have come out on the street and in increasing numbers. So that change has already come about. You have changes in legislation that have come about. You have a Me Too culture that has come about. You have a lot of things. अब जिस आसानी से ऑफिसेज में लड़कियों से बदतमीजियां की जाती थी, जिस तरह से आसानी से आप ने रिसेप्शनिस्ट हायर कर ली जस्ट फॉर आई कैंडी, जस्ट फॉर डेकोरेशन, अब वो वाली चीजें नहीं चलती. अभी बिल्कुल चलती हैं अभी भी, but they're becoming less and less acceptable, and men and women are being called out more and more on a regular basis. That is creating a counter effect, यानी कि लोग फिर गुस्से से अपोज भी कर रहे हैं. But to me, every time these anti-feminists come on TV and start screaming and shouting, every time they are telling lies about women and about the Aurat March, every time they doctor the image of these posters and put something absolutely insane on it, every time they do this, to me it shows that the feminist movement is working, because they are generating and creating that fear. They are pushing these entitled men into a corner and
पता लग रहा
forcing
है
them
कि
to
वो
have to be either
they're
accept
flustered
or
basically.
fight till their death.
yeah absolutely, पता चलता है फ्लस्टर हो रही है, उनको समझ नहीं आ रही कहाँ जाए. And you're very right to say, although these are bleak times, ये जो सितंबर में पाकिस्तान में हो, सिर्फ सितंबर में ही हो गया, like the incident and the
Mm.
rallies and the recent army bill, वो censorship का जो पास हुआ, so things dystopian novel बन रहा है. लेकिन I think you're right to say that there is hope in the sense, and I just thought about this during our discussion, that while you might be an anomaly right now, I think the fact that more and more people, men, young men, are listening to your content, I think वो ही multiply होगा effect, multiplier effect होगा, because जब इनके फिर these young men will have their sons, उनको बचपन से ही बताया जाएगा. So the unlearning is, I think, a first generation thing, so to speak. और फिर वो आहिस्ता आहिस्ता
Absolutely. Look,
आप
listen,
समझाते रहते.
you invited me onto your show. And from what I just saw your content, you do a lot of MMA and fighting stuff and,
Yeah,
and
sports,
martial arts
football,
stuff. You
and
know,
martial
holy
arts.
crap.
Yeah,
I mean, there's some cognitive dissonance there also, you know.
I mean,
But
we
you are
like to do
expressing
this
this
third
freely.
show. Yeah, and we had
But
someone from the Aurat March as well. जब March में हुई थी, so we tend to
acha,
like
acha, acha.
talk about these things, and we're
Yeah,
very
yeah, sort of go into that also.
yeah.
But that's the thing, you know. So young men like you are bringing me into onto your show because you already believe what I believe. I just happen to have built up a profile by talking about these things very loudly for several years. There's the Lazy Londe experience, which is these other two young boys who I've done a few shows with, who I think are excellent. Again, they already believe these things. They just sort of gravitated towards me because I was able to put some words that they might have had difficulty with. So the number of people that are already moving in that direction, just within not a generation, but within few years and months, has skyrocketed. And a lot of them are not people who have suddenly changed their minds. They're just people who are finding the courage to come out of the woodworks, who are able to now say कि यार, you know, ये जो हम गंदे गंदे jokes मारते हैं, ठीक है, some of them can be funny, but some of them are actually kind of shitty. वही लोग जो कहते हैं यार ठीक है, तुम मुझे बेइज्जत करने की कोशिश कर रहे हो because you saw my sister out for dinner with somebody at a restaurant, but you know what, screw you. She is entitled and I support her. And I respect her, and she's my sister no matter what. So there are more and more young men who are also beginning to realize, yeah, this bullshit, toxic masculinity nonsense, I don't want it either. It's making my life difficult, and it is fundamentally barbaric and moronic. So there is a rejection of the toxic masculinity also. Let me just add one thing. Somebody once asked me that what do you think of the term toxic masculinity? In my opinion, it is goddamn a fantastic term, because what it does is, by adding the adjective toxic, it allows me to separate the toxic elements from masculinity. That you don't, masculinity does not automatically mean the toxic parts of it, which were the aggression, the fury, the control,
हाइपर
all these things.
मैस्कुलिनिटी, ऑल ऑफ दैट, वो जो पाकिस्तानी मर्द में अब
Exactly.
आप वो एक तरह से एंट्रेंच्ड देखते हैं.
Bilkul. So just the fact that we now are developing a language also to differentiate between masculinity as a man being a man and toxic masculinity, which is a man being an ass. This is a real big help to all of us. And it shows how we as a culture are evolving also. Yeah, we are moving in the right direction.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for coming on the show. It was great talking to you and, you know, discussing these things with you. And I would just like to end it on the note that I think we'll be in a good place if we have more people like you in the next 15 to 20 years. And I don't think I can give you much higher praise, honestly. Keep doing what you do.
Man, thank you very much. But all I can say is that you guys who bring me in and have engaged with me in this, you are already people like me.
I mean, thank you so much. That's high praise indeed. I'm flattered. More power to women. More power to everyone in the world who is struggling for their voice, for their identity, and for, you know, the right to be independent people. Until next time, thank you so much for listening. Take it easy.